and everything. And I'm telling you from a Hispanic and I've dated plenty of Mexican women that I know what goes on in the households and everything. On the other hand, with black people too, I know you've probably heard this, but black people have a crabs in the barrel mentality. So, we tend to we have a problem with unity as well. We Mexicans,
don't worry,
one thing
Granny,
they
you
have
talk
against
to.
us is that they have unity. Blacks have none. If blacks can come together with the same mindset that Mexicans do, we could beat them out. But I see them beating black
Sounds
people
like a hater.
I'm actually currently in Houston, Texas. And this is what I see a lot is Mexicans are running more out here than the blacks should. And the blacks just kind of let it go down.
Sound like a hater, guy.
They don't come together. They don't
Hater.
unite.
Keep on calling them the blacks, though. Let's don't call us the blacks.
Like they just it's like so like I'm originally from New York, and I'll tell you like this: a Mexican could never come to New York and do what they do out here. Just pretty much kind of take over. Because the people in New York they wouldn't allow that first off racist mindset because people have a different mindset in New York. They stand on business. You know what I mean? They're more dominant. They're more this and that. Like a lot of the stuff that I see them get away with out here would not fly in New York. So me personally, I've kind of like just started to feel. I started to feel like I don't fit in with either side out here. I don't. So there's been like a big wave of Cubans that have been coming to Houston lately. And I just kind of stick to that community and that community only, just because from what I've seen going on, and I agree with what the background post says is that I don't personally feel threatened by white people out here. I don't. And then I also tell people too, like when you think about it, if white people are such a threat, look around you. How many white women, white men do you see dating black men and black women now? It's actually more of a common thing than it used to be. But then you look around at how many Mexican women do you see dating black men? It's very rare. And that just tells you right there.
Sounds like a you problem.
Because personally, if the white people really had that much of a problem with black people, I don't think that you would see so much integration with black and white right now like you do. So
sounds like a you problem there.
Well, I appreciate what you said because I think
appreciate that.
So I want people to know.
Randy appreciates that. Oh, shit.
Someone said in California there's a difference between blacks and hard R's.
Hey, where is that at? Let me see. Hold on, I'm hearing.
It's just me.
Oh, I see him. Hold on, let me screenshot.
That whole live was anti-indigenous, anti-Mexican.
Okay.
Sounds like it. I can hear it.
It's me, you're getting blocked.
Bro, Granny Coy and them were saying that Mexicans are the most racist people. That's what she was saying.
I do want to thank you for.
Yeah, she's anti-Mexican indigenous. Granny Coy. I try to tell her that.
It's either one.
But she's so blinded in her fucking racism. She don't see it.
We need to realize that we have some things going on that we haven't even fixed within ourselves. I've seen videos of people that are from Mexico talking about what you talked about, that they were darker complected and they were made to feel like they were less than, and that comes from the caste system mentality. And then we talk about the crabs in a barrel, where you see someone that's black doing very well, and after they see them doing very well, they try and tear them down instead of everybody eating at the table or just saying congratulations. I get what you're saying. I resonate with what you're saying. And
when I hear people say black and brown unity, I laugh because it's such a joke. It's like a false narrative that they're trying to push that is not what's really going on.
Check out that division.
Especially like during the Trump era, they were talking about how black and brown, like that definitely was not something that was happening. Not in California and not in Texas. Like blacks and Mexicans were not coming together like that. I don't even know why they push that narrative. And just for blacks that don't know, I just let them know, as someone who's half Hispanic, that the Mexicans want nothing to do with the black people. So the black and brown narrative is like, it's a joke. Like it's a straight joke.
That we have to say something real quick. Yeah, but I just want to say those are the people that we have the biggest issue with that was arguing about the N-word. They're from Mexico.
You know what? When I heard that somebody said the N-word, I said, I bet. In my mind, I was like, I bet it was Mexican. I bet it wasn't even a white person. Because I hear them say it more than anything else. That's why I tell people that they need to wake up and realize that it is not a white person that's your enemy in this country. Like, I've seen more dirt done by a Mexican to a black person than I've seen a white person do. And it's like, it's sometimes I feel like I'm falling on deaf ears when I'm saying it's like people don't hear me, like I'm surrounded by NPCs. Like, how do you not see that these people are more of a threat to you than a white person? And that's what got my attention when I saw this post, what you said in the background, because it's like, wow, this is exactly what I've been thinking. And it's like, only some people hear me, but most don't. They actually try to call me racist for calling this out. You know, they try to gaslight me to make me believe, oh, you're racist, and da-da-da. It's crazy the stuff people will do when you see what other people don't see. Like, they'll try to gaslight you, they'll turn against you. I get turned on by both black and Mexican. Like, so, you know, some blacks wake up and they're like, no, I see what you're saying, I see what's going on, I'm with you on this. But others, like, they keep pushing this false narrative, like, and it's crazy to me. So I started separating from both sides. I was like, you know what? If y'all want to keep, you know, wearing your blinders, I don't want nothing to do with y'all either. I'm not. Like, it's crazy because Cubans see it. You know, I speak Spanish, you know, and the Cubans I hang with, they say, papi, no me gusto el mexicanos aquí. That means I don't like the Mexicans here. And I say why? And the darker ones, they point at their skin. The darker ones, the darker Cubans. So it's like, at least they see it. But how come the black people don't see this?
Thanks 500 for Indigenous Warrior.
I've seen it for a while.
This guy, wait until you get a load of this guy, Jalen. Oh my god.
You know,
Hey, I bet you that'll make Toxic Trends TikTok. Bet that'll make the cut.
Josh is the one running Toxic Trends.
I totally agree with this background post, what it says.
Yo, if anybody gives Mono shit for having that in
What was
his
that?
background, just know I made it. I made his
I'm
background.
going to the
I
South.
did it.
It's going to be racist.
So
as hell,
don't be
bunch of
blaming Mono for having
rednecks. That's what I thought it
her
was gonna
on
be.
his background.
It's
I
nothing like
did it.
that. I have not had
Granny
problems
Boy.
with any
I
white
put
people
her
since I've
up.
been here. It's just
I
been
made the
Mexican.
collage. And you know what? She called me anti-black, and she called Mono anti-black. So I made that collage, and I'm responsible for it. Don't blame Mono for it.
If I was you, I would treat them with the same respect and mute Granny Koi and like people, because you know what, they didn't want us to defend ourselves over there, to address people, and they muted our comments. They didn't want to let us up with Josh, Granny Koi, Kit Kat, and I know some of you guys might be cool with her, but literally she was saying slurs, the B word, the WB word again, and everything, and Granny Koi was okay with her there. Granny Koi
Just so y'all
promotes
understand,
indigenous
this is a
racism and Mexican
thing.
racism.
El Salvadorians don't have this
You say
mindset.
something that
Venezuelans don't have
was
this
said to
mindset. They
Mono
all
not
look
too
at the
long
nigga
ago.
Hispanic.
Granny Koi, you allowed it on your panel. That's what you said to
Co-signed it.
Mono. You said, Mono, you allowed it on your panel. Well, Granny Koi, you allowed it on your panel, girl. What's up with that?
She said she was on a live. I don't know if she was on your guys' live, but she was on a Mexican live. She said, or indigenous live, and that everybody was so racist. That's what she said.
Said with her
So now she speaks Spanish. She was in a Mexican live and she spoke Spanish and understood every word.
Yeah, guys, something like that. And I'm like,
That's what she said.
nigga. So I know they're talking about me. Then I, looking at me and shit. Like, I don't understand shit y'all be saying, but
Girl,
I
I
just
live with a Mexican in the house, I'm not gonna lie. The nigga just told me the other day, he said niggas got vacuum lungs.
I don't even know
The
the
Mexican told you that?
Yep.
Yeah, see, that's what
To my
most of the
face.
racism that I've experienced myself, and I'm speaking as somebody that's half Hispanic, has come from the Mexican community, is not from the white community. That's just my experience in Houston, and I grew up in California too. In Northern California, they're a little different. They're pretty cool, but once you get down to Southern California, anybody from LA knows. On some gang politics and everything, Mexicans are very racist towards the black gangs and everything. Like it's crazy. So when I came to Texas, it wasn't too much different. You take the gangs out of the equation, but you still have the same mindset. I never felt as threatened by a white person as I felt around a Mexican.
That's crazy.
That dude's a liar. That does not go down in Texas.
Personally, I will say that I think that I do feel like I agree with my name. Agree with you about what you said with your experience. I do agree that yes, I'm not saying that Europeans are not. I'm saying that what I've been seeing has mainly been from people that aren't European. But as far as the I actually had neighbors.
She's defending white supremacy.
One was a woman with her daughters, and the other side was 3 men that lived in the apartments on the side. And they were the nicest people they were so cool. Like, I had no issues with them. I even still knew them when they moved out, you know. And this is why it's so shocking to me. And the only time I ever seen people from a certain area was when I went to the store across from where I lived at. And I mean, they wasn't mean in person, you know what I'm saying? It was really weird. So they was very open. Maybe it's the region. I don't know. But
I feel like region has to do with a lot of stuff.
Fast forward a
like
little
I
bit.
told you, I didn't.
They kind of repeat themselves several
They
times.
can buy us with $5, Manny.
this is why I don't know. I'm gonna say this, Manny. What Ample said. No, what Ample said to Josh was disrespectful, and you just let it happen.
You realize that
She's a little
so to me,
shitload of
look,
stuff
for the
out.
last year, Native Americans I didn't even realize they were this racist, to be honest with you. And I've dealt with white people that are extremely racist.
Randy was your people, Manny.
But hold on, Jalen, let me finish. Jalen, let me finish.
Let him finish.
But what I have experienced on this app from Native American people has blown my mind. From them doxing me, death threats, trying to ruin my employment, trying to contact the bar association. These people on this app are the most racist people I've ever experienced, and I didn't even know that they were this dangerous. But my mind has been blown on this app, and it's weird because in real life I don't have these experiences, but the ones on this app, they're extremely anti-black.
Yeah, I agree. And what I heard today, the fact that a person keeps saying, I'm not anti-black, and when you heard someone say to a black person, my ancestor, grandpa, whatever she called him, worked and made $5 and could have bought your people. That was that was too much. That was too much. I can't. Yeah, but we gotta fix that. We gotta fix what's wrong at home. And let me unmute.
But I do think that like what the lady above me was saying, I don't think we as black people, even though I have American Indian lineage and grandmothers.
In the comments just called you.
Hold on.
Jalen, you got it.
Impulse control. Breathe.